In today's video, we'll take a look at arguably the best accessory that you can buy for your Mavic 3, the Polar Pro ND Filters kit.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm really excited for this one, as this is the first time you get to see my brand new studio from this angle. I've worked really hard to set everything up and I really hope you like the new look of my videos. Now today we'll be talking about these filters right here. This is an amazing collection of different ND filters for the Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Cine from Polar Pro. And I've been lucky enough to get those filters to check them out on the channel. I want to thank Polar Pro for sending these out for me to check out. And I've been working with Polar Pro for a couple of years now, and I've been using them ever since I started flying my DJI Spark back in 2017. So I can definitely say that this is one of my favorite accessory companies. So when I got the news that they are coming out with these filters, I got really excited because I knew they will come out with something very unique. And that's what they did. In this package called the Director's Collection, we have 9 different filters for the Mavic 3. So starting out first, we have a set of variable ND filters. We have the 2 to 5 stop and the 6 to 9 stop filters, a blue morphic filter, a gold morphic filter, a mist filter, and the 8PL and the 16PL and the 32PL, and finally a circular polarizer filter. Now before talking about each of those filters, I want to quickly mention something about the case because it made a huge impression to me. This case is very special. It has a really nice weight to it, feels solid and sturdy, and it's kind of heavy, which is something that I definitely like because it just feels more premium. The whole vibe of this product is very premium, very high quality, and you can definitely see that as soon as you press on this little latch on the side and you open the case. Then you're greeted by these 9 filters which sit very tight in their places. They don't move around, and you can see that they have a little position that where you can lock them. So if you press and twist a little bit, they will be locked in their positions and they will not move around and fall apart. As usual, all of these filters come with the notorious gold trim made popular by Polar Pro, so it's very easy to notice that these are filters from Polar Pro, and I would say that they definitely have a great design. However, the visual appearance is definitely not as important as the performance. So how do these work? First, obviously, you need to take off the main filter which comes on the Mavic 3 by simply twisting on the side a little bit and releasing the filter. The installation is pretty much the same thing but in reverse, so putting the filter at a little bit of an angle and then twisting to the right, and it's done. When you fly with these filters, you will not encounter any issues with the gimbal. You will not have any errors popping up on your screen because these filters have been calculated to work precisely with the Mavic 3, so they shouldn't make any problems for your flying experience. Now I want to talk about my experience with these filters and let you know which filters are a must-have, because you don't need all of these filters. You can get a single filter, you can get a couple of different packages with different filters inside, so it's really nice to see that Polar Pro has thought about different kits that will suit different people. For example, the variable ND filters, the 2 to 5 and the 6 to 9 stop, are the ones that I absolutely recommend you to buy because they will cover you in pretty much any lighting scenario around. Whether it's cloudy around or very sunny, you will be covered and you will be able to get the right exposure by twisting the variable ND filter to the amount of light that you want to have, and by locking your manual settings, of course. In my experience, the variable ND filters did not create any problems with the image. I didn't have any vignetting, I didn't have any color shift, no problems whatsoever, so they're definitely a great starting point. Next we have something very special, and those are the gold morphic and the blue morphic filters. So these filters are not new, Polar Pro has made these blue morphic and gold morphic filters for ground cameras, but now it's the first time I see something like this for a drone, especially for the Mavic 3. Essentially, the blue morphic and gold morphic filters are creative filters which will allow you to have a very nice cinematic streak of light when you point the drone towards the light source. So for example, if you point the drone towards the sun, you will have a really nice streak of light, and depending whether you're using the blue morphic or the gold morphic filter, it will be blue or gold. This allows for some creative shots that otherwise are not possible with just using a regular ND filter, and I feel these filters are great for creative people who are looking to get something extra, something that you cannot see in everyone's footage. Next, we have the mist filter, which is another favorite of mine from this collection, and it creates a really nice, dreamy looking soft glow to your image. Again, if you shoot towards the sun or any other light source, you will see the difference, and it's definitely not something that you would be able to otherwise get without a filter or with just a regular ND filter. This would be useful for some scenarios where you just want to create that soft image that creates a little bit of a dreamy vibe, and I'm definitely all for it, especially when shooting the sunset, for example, or something that is just has that really nice magical feel to it. Next, we have three more filters, ND8, ND16 and ND32 PL. PL stands for polarized, and these are standard filters that we've seen before many times on many other drones before. If you're shooting a nice landscape and you're looking for more detail in the sky, for example, you can use these filters to set the polarization on top so you can have a little bit more details in the sky and have a nicely exposed final image. Finally, we have the CP filter, which stands for circular polarizer, and this filter is used to remove the glare from surfaces like glass or the sea, for example, where you have a lot of shine to those surfaces and want to remove that so you can have a little bit more detail in those shots. I personally use the CP filter to shoot my photos with, because when I shoot the sea, for example, I have a lot of glare from the sun, a lot of shine coming from those sun rays. So when I use this filter, I can eliminate some of those problems and have a better final image. So I'm currently looking at Polar Pro's website so I can give you exact information on the pricing and the different kits that they offer, but they have a lot of variety when it comes to picking the right filters for your needs. So first we have the Director's Collection, which is the one that I have and the one that I've been talking about in this video. That includes all of these filters that I just mentioned. However, it costs $399, which is quite steep if you are just using this drone as your hobby. So you might want to downgrade to another filter kit. This kit comes with a variable ND filter set, the 2-5 and the 6-9, as well as a variable ND blue morphic, gold morphic and mist, which is something that I don't have right here. They are just standard filters, but these are variable ND filters. So that might be useful for you. We have the Vivid Collection, which is $129.99, which comes with the ND8 PL, ND16 PL, ND32 PL, and that's it. So those are just regular filters that we've seen before. We have an FX 3-pack, which comes with just the blue morphic, the gold morphic, and the mist. So those are just the special filters that otherwise are not that common. So if you already have the ND filters from DJI and you just want to get the special effect filters, you can get that. Or you can get the VND 2-pack, which is just the 2-5 and the 6-9 filters. Or the best thing is that you can just buy a single filter. Depending on what you need, you can just buy the gold morphic or just the blue morphic or anything else that you might want. You can just buy that. Overall, I must say these filters are extremely high quality, but that's really not a surprise when it comes from Polar Pro. You already know that it will be very high quality. So it's really a great investment if you're planning to use your Mavic 3 a lot, if you're flying commercially, for example, or if you're simply looking for more special flavor to add to your footage with the blue morphic, the mist and the gold morphic filters, for example. It's a great idea to check out these filters, maybe buy them for yourself. Once again, I will link them in the description below. Don't forget to let me know what do you think about the Mavic 3 and the ND filters from Polar Pro in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed this video, drop a like to show some support, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll catch you in my next video very, very soon. Ciao.